Luke chapter 15. The parables of the lost sheep, lost coin, and prodigal son. Next, a throng of tax collectors and wrongdoers approached Jesus for instructions. And the Pharisees and authorities of the law started murmuring and complaining. This man receives wrongdoers and even dines with them. So Jesus related this parable to them. Suppose any man among you has a flock of 100 sheep, and he loses one of them. What will he do? Promptly, he leaves the 99 in the pasture and goes in search of the lost one until he finds it. And when he finds it, he is elated. He lifts the sheep high and places it on his shoulders. Returning home, he invites his allies, companions, and neighbors, proclaiming to them, "Let us rejoice and be merry. I'm so glad my sheep was lost, but I found it intact." I tell you now that in the same way, there will be greater joy in paradise over one wrongdoer who is penitent and soberly corrects himself than over 99 righteous and distinguished personalities who need no penitence. Furthermore, suppose a woman has special silver coins, 10 of them, and she loses one. What will she do? Promptly, she turns the lamp on, sweeps her home clean, searching intently everywhere until she finds it. And when she finds it, she invites her allies, companions, and neighbors, proclaiming to them, "Let us rejoice and be merry. I'm so glad my coin was lost, but I found it again." Similarly, I tell you, there is abundant joy around the angels of God over one wrongdoer who is penitent and soberly corrects himself. And Jesus continued teaching as he told the people, "Once a man had 2 sons, and the younger son told his father, 'Father, give me my share of the family wealth.' So the man shared his affluence between the 2 young men. A few days after, the younger son gathered all his belongings and traveled to a distant land. Arriving there, he foolishly wasted all his wealth with luxurious living. And after he had squandered all his affluence, a drastic famine struck in that country, and now he had nothing. And so he took a job under one of the noble citizens of that country. And the master sent the young man into his farms to look after swines and hogs. He once wished he could fill his stomach with even the bean pods with which the swines and hogs were fed. But he had no friend to give him anything. Finally, he came to his senses and reasoned, "All my father's paid workers have more than enough to eat and give away. And here I am, hungry and doomed. No, I shall arise and return to my father, and I will tell him, 'Father, I have sinned before God and before you. Now I do not deserve to be called your son anymore. Make me just like one of your paid workers.' And so he arose and went back home to his father. And as he approached, still quite a distance away from home, his father saw him and felt great pity. And so he ran, hugged his son, and kissed him. But his son told him, 'Father, I have sinned before God and before you. I do not deserve to be called your son anymore.' But the father told all his workers, 'Robe him in the best garment, get a ring for his finger, and sandals for his feet, and bring a fat calf, the very best, and kill it. And let us dine and wine and be happy. For here is my son, he was dead, but now he's alive. He was missing, but now we found him. And they began to rejoice and be happy. Meanwhile, his older son was in the field, working. And later, while he was returning, he approached the house and heard festive music and dancing. Then he called one of the workers in the place and asked him what was happening. And the worker told him, your brother has returned home, and having received him safe and healthy, your father has slaughtered the fat calf, the very best in the flock. The elder brother was furious and would not enter the house, and so his father came forth and appealed to him. But he replied and told his father, look, father, all these years I have worked very hard for you. I have never disobeyed your rules at any time. But you never offered me even a small goat that I might enjoy and be happy and celebrate with my friends. And now this son of yours, who squandered all your affluence on harlots, returned, and you slaughtered the fat calf, the very best, for him. And his father replied him, my son, you are here by me all the time, and you are the owner of everything here, all my wealth. It was correct that we should rejoice and be happy, for your brother was expired and is here once more, alive. He was missing, but now is found.